Hey yo!
Yo, what's good, family? Welcome back to another raw, real, and straight from the block episode of Only in Chicago. Today's episode, man, we calling this one Drake exposed for lying in his lawsuit. Because what's going down right now might be one of the most embarrassing unravelings we done ever seen in this hip-hop game. This ain't just about some rap beef no more. Nah, this right here is about truth, pride, power, and the culture that's being manipulated from the inside out. You feel me? Now listen. We're gonna get all the way into this. I ain't here to sugarcoat nothing, or should I say Lobby Drizzy and his General Grams been spiraling like crazy. After months of petty shots, smoke screens, and confused moves, this man done turned his loss into a whole circus act. And today, UMG just pulled up and dropped a reel that aired that man out in a way that got the whole game laughing. Now before we really dive into this mess, do me a solid. Like, subscribe, tell your homies to lock in. Because what we about to break down is bigger than some rap paperwork. This is about who controls the narrative in hip-hop. This is about how weak pride and wounded egos try to rewrite history and fail.
Oh, word?
So, let's get into it. UMG, the very label that once moved behind Drake, just filed a motion to dismiss his ridiculous lawsuit over Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us. And yo, they did it with style. This ain't just legal jargon. This was a lyrical body bag dressed in paperwork. They didn't just deny his claims, they clowned him. They really lit Drake up like it was another diss track. Except this time it was typed up in 12 joint font, double spaced, and stamped by the damn courthouse. That's how bad it is. UMG didn't pull no punches. They basically said, bruh, this ain't even a lawsuit. This a tantrum. Straight up, they called him out for switching up his whole story like a kid caught lying and trying to cover his tracks. See, Drake filed this lawsuit all emotional, all bruised up after Kendrick stomped on him with Not Like Us. But then he realized, oh wait, that original complaint I made, that ain't gonna hold up. So what he do? He rewrote the whole damn thing, took out the fake facts and threw in some new mess, like Lamar's Super Bowl halftime performance. That's right, he tried to use the biggest stage in America as a piece of evidence in his crybaby case.
Preach!
UMZ laid it out clear. On March 17th, 2025, they moved to dismiss Drake's weak-ass complaint. Rather than defend what he originally claimed, Drake came back with a whole new angle, like he in court trying to freestyle his way out of loss. They said this man dropped false allegations and then tried to pivot by talking about a live version of Not Like Us from the Super Bowl 59 halftime show on February 9th. But let's be real, none of that changes a thing. None of that proves defamation. If anything, it just shows how desperate he is. It's like UMG put a mirror in front of Drake and said, look at yourself, my guy. You looking real sad out here. Now peep this, UMG wasn't just denying his points. They was laughing at him in legal speak. Like they said, his claims were astonishing. And if you know anything about how these suits usually go, that's basically them saying, this boy tripping. There's legalese for, yo, this is embarrassing. Drake's whole case, contradictory, messy, disorganized. Like he just threw everything he could find at the wall, hoping some would stick. But none of it did. He's trying to act like Kendrick hurt his brand by saying something that ain't even in the Super Bowl version of the song. Let me say that again. The version of Not Like Us that he's mad about ain't even got the lyrics he claimed and defamed them. That's how weak his case is. And UMG spelled that out crystal clear. They said, and I quote, as Drake concedes, Lamar's Super Bowl performance did not include the lyric that Drake or his associates are certified. That right there, that's the dagger. It's the part where you just gotta shut the laptop and take the L. But they ain't stopped there, nah. They kept cooking. They said the whole focus of Drake's new claims is that the biggest Super Bowl halftime audience in history didn't even hear Lamar call him out. And that alone shows the case ain't about defamation, it's about revenge, about ego, about a man who lost the battle and now wants to use the courts to fix his bruised image. So what does that mean for the culture? What does that say about the so-called king of the charts? We're gonna get into that, but trust, it's looking real shaky for the 6 guy right now. Now look, family, this ain't just an L for Drake, It's an L for any artist who would even think about running this same kind of playbook in the future. Because here's the thing. If he would have got away with this, if the court said, yo, you right, Drake, Kendrick hurt your little feelings, man, that opens the floodgates. Every bar, every diss, every metaphor would have to be lawyer approved before it dropped. That ain't hip hop. That's censorship. This is what UMG understand. And what they low-key protecting, even while they roasting their own boy, they ain't just protecting Kendrick, they protecting the culture. That's what makes this moment so wild. It's like they had to become the realest ones in the room, cause Drake out here acting like he forgot what rap even is.
Facts.
And bro really thought he could rewrite the laws of the game like he ain't said words to himself. Let's not forget what he said on Family Matters. Man was out here dropping allegations, bringing up Kendrick's family, and now he mad about a little, you not certified bar? Get out of here. You throw dirt, you gonna get dust in your face. That's how this worked. UMG saw through all that. They looked at Drake like, yo, you used to be the top guy. Now you out here weaponizing legal paper because you ain't got no bars left in the chamber. It's sad. It's not just a fall from grace. It's a full-blown spiral. And what's worse, he got fans still defending this like he playing chess. Nah, he playing himself. And let me say this loud for the ones in the back. This ain't about who you like more. This ain't Drake versus Kendrick on no fan war stuff. This about the principle of the art form we all grew up on. This about truth. This about culture. This about fighting back when the industry or even one of its biggest players tries to flip the rules upside down just cause they caught a lyrical fade they ain't see coming. UMG clapped back because they had to. Not just to check Drake, but to send a message. We not gonna let rap become the courtroom's next casualty. They see the slippery slope. They know if this man wins, the next time a rapper drops a diss, some other soft-skinned artist gonna try to run the same play. Oh, I lost the battle? Sue him. Nah, we not doing that. And yo, Drake's lawyers, man, they ain't even mention all the records he dropped where he threw shade, made threats, called folks out of names. They conveniently left all that out. Like he innocent. Like he don't got a career's worth of subliminals, sneak disses, and straight shots. That's what makes this even worse. The hypocrisy ain't even hidden, it's front and center. Drake painted himself into a corner. And now, instead of taking the L like a man and moving on, he tried to burn down the whole stage Kendrick lit up. But guess what? The culture ain't letting that happen. We done seen enough. So, here's what I'm saying to everybody in the culture, from the artists to the fans. We gotta wake up. We can't keep letting these corporations, these egos, these puppet masters turn our pain into profit. They turning real beef into marketing campaigns. They using our trauma, our bars, our art to manipulate streams, control narratives, and rewrite history. And now Drake, the same dude who benefited off that system for years, wanna flip the script when the tables turn? Nah, we see through that. This ain't even just about him anymore. It's about protecting the soul of hip hop. It's about whether the streets that birthed this movement still got a say, or if we gonna let the suits in them corner offices sanitize every last word out of fear. So if you rock with the truth, if you rock with art, if you rock with hip hop in its rawest, realest form, stand on that. Don't fold because your favorite artist got exposed. Don't let the culture be run by emotionless execs and fragile egos. Peace out, family. There's been another episode of Only in Chicago. Keep it locked, keep it real, and keep your eyes on them corner offices, because that's where the real game is being played. If you haven't already subscribed, share this with the homies and leave a comment. We got more heat coming your way. This is Only in Chicago. And we ain't never letting them rewrite the rules on our watch.